The Enlightenment, also known as the Age of Reason, is the name given to an important period in the history of Western civilization that followed the Renaissance. The Enlightenment occurred roughly from the mid-1600s up through the end of the 1700s and was a time when the human ability to reason was glorified. The word enlightenment means a time of illumination. The era was given this name because it was a time when an influential group of scholars, writers, artists, and scientists actively sought to use the clear light of reason, that is, rational thought, to rid the world of superstition and ignorance.
The normal definition for the Age of Enlightenment is it is also known as the Age of Reason. Well, Enlightenment is the period from 17th century to, depends on where you want to start it, right in the middle of 18th century. Some people would like to cut it off in 1789 because of the French Revolution. Others would like to slip it into further into 19th century to have a longer Enlightenment period.
If you take the medieval Christendom in Europe as the parents and the secular society as the child of Europe at the time, you can put it to perspective that the Enlightenment period is a similar period of which the child reaches maturity, because the idea of enlightenment is when people begin to want to think for themselves, similar to the child becoming a matured person.
As a result of their efforts, tremendous improvements in the understanding of mathematics and science occurred, and bold new ideas regarding basic human rights and democracy were developed that served as major inspirations to revolutionaries in both America and France.
Medievalists might want to challenge the representation of Middle Ages, but if we just take it for now as how it was seen by Renaissance, that rebel against it and brought it in a sense of more natural and more individual, but still Renaissance, you still have a strong hold of religion, of people lives, and that's the basic difference between the Age of Enlightenment.
John Locke was an intellectual of the Enlightenment age. His ideas of tabula rasa and the blank state of mind objected Descartes' idea of the innate beliefs of humankind. His idea of tabula rasa states that each human was born with a blank mind, and from that blank mind, it is through our actions and experiences that makes us who we are. The philosophy of Locke and Newton was based on reasoning. Now, through this reasoning, we can find all your ideas on innate beliefs, tabula rasa, all to be in accompaniment with the Enlightenment. This will later on prove that humankind will be able to justify their actions through reason rather through religion and nonsensical beliefs.
Phrase that often been used by Immanuel Kant, which he uses himself, that means dare to know, dare to think for yourself. And obviously, one of the implications there is that you free yourself from, for example, religious documents. So it's no longer religion that tells you what to do. You rely on your own resources. You rely on resources of rational thought.
Another inspiration for the Enlightenment will be Newton. Newton is mostly considered one of the greatest genius of his era. Newtonian principles can be found in his book called Principia, or Mathematical Principles of the Environment, whereby he states that all things can be explained through mathematical formulas and principles. This directly proves that God will not actively participate in any of our worldly actions. Therefore, this directly challenges the Middle Age theory that God is an active participant, which now also brings to the point whereby deism will be the main center point of the Enlightenment theories.